This episode is proudly sponsored by the Rattlesnake Cable Company. Rattlesnake Cable offers a wide variety of premium U.S. milled cables for the stage and studio. With diverse customizations to fit your unique cable needs, they build dependability and style into your signal path. Rattlesnake Cable Company's products are constructed with all musical needs in mind. The team at Rattlesnake is giving you a chance to win 2 free cables. Just head over to rattlesnakecables.com/giveaway/high-gain to enter. Listeners of this show can also save 20% on all regular priced items by using the code HG20. Rattlesnake Cable Company, the sound choice. John here, and we've got a new sponsor, DistroKid. Now that you've finished your latest Pirate Math Sponge Core Twitch trek, it's time to get it out there so everyone can hear it. DistroKid helps musicians get their music on all the major streaming platforms, and artists keep 100% of their royalties. And because you're a high-gain listener, you get 30% off. Just go to distrokid.com/VIP/high-gain. That's distrokid.com/VIP/high-gain. And now DistroKid has an app. The DistroKid app is available for iOS and Android. You can download it at distrokid.com/app or in the app and Play stores.
Oh, hey, it's me, Ed Peterson.
Hi, Ed. It's me, John Kilticka.
Last week we didn't have the theme song, and man, it wrecked me.
It
wrecked me.
It did.
So, hearing those drums come in, I love it.
Got you amped.
Yeah, I'm in beautiful West Seattle. Where are you?
Oh, same.
Sitting right across from me? That's cool.
Yeah.
I walked up, took Pepper for a walk.
Oh.
She pooped on the hill, like you do.
Yes.
Guitars, strap locks.
You were asking me about it.
Yeah.
There's a strap button on the bottom of this.
Yeah.
It's scooped out in the butt.
Yep.
You can kind of see that. So there used to be a strap button right in the middle of that.
Oh.
Where my finger is.
Uh-huh.
And somebody took it out and moved it down here, which to me makes
less sense. Yeah. And so there's not one at the top?
There is a nylon plug, which is really cool because then you can
stand it up,
sit this thing up against the wall or something, and it will not fall.
Isn't it the Gretches that have the little arm on some of them? Is that a Gretsch or is that a Guild?
It's a Guild, too.
Guild. Single pickup, volume tone.
This is a Guild S-50 Jetstar.
What year?
64.
64. We're recovering from JFK. We've got LBJ in the house.
I watched the American Experience on PBS, LBJ 2-part documentary.
Oh, yeah? Ramping up war. You don't need to go all tinfoil hat. But, our guy LBJ, more bombs.
Goldwater, McNamara. There are a whole confluence of douchebags.
Sure. Hawks. Beverages,
Ed.
That thing you had going there. I liked it a lot. Man, is it almost like T-Rexy? It's very that kind of rock. I liked it. What's that chord?
That's a 7th.
I think T-Rex would bag the 7th. You got one pickup, you got a volume knob.
That's right.
Strip that shit down, John. You're throwing 7ths in there.
That's some bougie shit.
Yeah, bougie shit. I want shit you can only play with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
I got coffee, speaking of bougie shit.
Coffee in a crow mug, it looks like.
Crack check 2024, looking fine.
Maybe that just is not structural.
It looks a little worse, actually, now that I look at it from this angle. And I brought something that would probably just freak John out.
Some Sumi ink?
It's Huel Daily Greens. I've been really on the vitamin grind. I have one of those pill containers. I got my B and my C and my A and
You got to have the B and the C and the A.
turmeric. I've got a multivitamin.
Tumor eggs?
Yeah, tumor eggs. And I saw Huel did this daily greens, which is basically all of those vitamins
In a beverage?
in like a liquefied grass form.
Do you have to liquefy it yourself?
No, it's just a scoop. It's a powdered scoop. It has like most of the vitamins I take. It's just a little easier.
Yeah, but what does it taste like?
I got the lemon ginger.
I can get with that.
Exactly. And what does it taste like? Grass. Maybe a lemon tree grew in the yard. Like there was a lemon in the general geographic area, right? There was a lemon over there. We're going to make the thing out of grass from here. And you could see a lemon. Not super lemony. I would describe it as grass. What do you got?
I too have coffee.
Yeah.
And I have a poppy drink. This one is ginger lime.
Lime, not lemon, lime. Okay. Is that can green?
This can is sort of like a neon green
Yeah,
color.
yeah. Poppy, those are the gut health, right?
You know it, Dad.
Pre or pro?
Pre.
Pre, okay.
This one's a pre.
After the episode, we should go grab some probiotics. You're all pre'd up.
And then we're going to have to dig the postbiotics.
Oh my God, that would be sick. Is that a thing? I don't think
It is a thing.
Is it?
I looked it up, and I was going to do an errata where we clarify the biotics. I don't know where I put those notes.
Post is like, no one talks about it.
Do you eat your own poop, maybe?
I don't know. I was watching a video. You go down the rabbit hole and there's this health dude who's just scammer guy, right?
Uh-huh.
But jacked 55, 60-year-old dude in really good shape. And you can buy these courses from him. Learn how to breathe for $500 or whatever, right? Just bullshit. But there's a video on his YouTube where he had a massive jar of his own piss. And he was in his pool in the backyard, rubbing it on his face. Apparently, that's a thing. Piss biotics.
Piss rubbers.
You know those guys? The Florida Piss Rubbers? AAA baseball team.
Well, Ed.
Guild. They make good guitar. You've got one right here. Oh, God, you got two right next to each other.
Yeah.
Is that a P90?
This is a single coil. You mentioned my Guild S-100 sitting right there. Very similar to what Kim Thale in Soundgarden played.
Yep.
All these number designations also had marketing names associated with them. The S-100 was the Polara. This is a S-50, also known as the Jetstar.
So is this the student model?
Yeah, so the range is sort of historic in as much as it began Guild's foray into solid body electrics.
In 64?
63, in fact.
63.
Before that, it was all semi-hollow, hollow body, jazz boxes, that kind of thing. They hadn't really done it.
Mm-hmm.
This was part of a group introduced in 63.
They leaned into the kind of astronomical names in the sky stuff, right?
Yeah, all NASA.
Yeah. The Stratocaster. There was in World War II,
Right.
the Stratofortress, right? The military-industrial complex, which JFK was fighting against. And then Guild comes out with a solid body right after he's eliminated.
Issue settled.
Yeah, exactly.
The guitar industrial complex.
Guild really made a statement.
So when these came out, there were 3 levels. This S-50,
Uh-huh.
the Jetstar, the S-100, Polara, and the S-200, Thunderbird.
See?
That's like 3 chords, 2 fingers.
Yeah.
This single coil pickup eventually would be turned into a humbucker or P90.
On the 50. Later 50 models?
Yes. The colors available
Uh-huh.
were cherry. You could special order some if you wanted. I have never seen any of the special order colors, which are emerald green,
Oh, sick.
honey amber,
Sick.
ebony grain,
Wait, what?
ebony grain. black, grain.
Got it. I totally heard.
Like what,
Don't worry
bread?
about it. Don't worry about what I'm thinking over here.
I won't.
Ebony, it's black. Yes, I got it.
Yes. And white.
Any of those, great. Better than cherry. Wait, the SG is what year?
1961.
We're making guitars. We're going to make it in cherry.
Yeah. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. I think Thale tends to lean into the white.
I think that was definitely his thing.
I'd like to see a green one.
Yeah.
A green one with a P90?
Shortly after this,
Yeah.
after this 64 one, they started standardizing more around the SG kind of shape.
Yeah.
In fact, Ed,
Yeah.
would you hand me that there S100?
I'm taking my vitamins. I'm getting all the protein.
Uh-huh.
I screwed up my back picking up big, heavy rocks yesterday.
Oh, can you do
so
it?
Here we go. Yep.
Thank you. So in 63, when these solid bodies were introduced, they had the scooped out bottom here,
Yep.
kind of an offset looking
A little bit. Yeah.
horn structure.
It's not Stratty, but it's not SGE exactly.
Yeah. And then by later in the 60s, they started standardizing around more of an SG looking shape.
Mm-hmm.
I have here at S100,
Yep.
and you can see the horns are still offset,
Yeah.
but there's no longer the scoop out of the bottom, and it's two humbuckers, closer to what Gibson was doing, but still different.
What year is that one?
This one is 1974,
Oh, okay.
by which time the S-50
Yeah.
was discontinued.
So the S100 in 64, did
Yes.
it also have the scooped butt?
It did.
Oh, okay. So it looked like this, just with two pickups.
Yes.
Huh.
Also worth mentioning, eventually they settled on a more symmetrical headstock.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's more mandolin-y looking.
You know what it reminds me of?
Abernathy?
Yeah. Let's talk about this. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. This has 22 frets.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very small dot inlays and skinny frets.
Mm-hmm. Unlike the 100, which has the big kind of block
Inlays and binding on the neck. This has no binding anywhere.
Yep, good. Perfect.
This single coil pickup,
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything about the model of the pickup, but in their 1963 catalog, Guild is sure to let us know that it has been frequency tested.
That just sounds like, oh, we put this thing on an oscilloscope.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds cool.
If we want to get a sense of that frequency,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
there's only one pickup, there's no selector.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just roll down that tone knob. Bassy.
Yeah,
Trebly.
it's a pretty good range. Did they all have that kind of center position for the pickup?
Yeah, on the S-50, that's what you got.
I think I would opt for closer to the bridge.
That or a more sweeping tone knob.
Yeah.
I think if you put on any kind of a drive, I'll put on that silver tone.
Uh-huh. Not a massive range.
If you wanted more, I guess then you could go with the PDF. Whatever you want, it's in there somewhere.
Where'd you get this guitar?
We got this from the fine folk over there at Thunder Road Guitars.
ThunderRoadGuitars.com.
That is them.
Mm-hmm.
One and the same. And this is still available over there at ThunderRoadGuitars.com.
I'm certain we're going to get to it.
Smash and grab time machine?
You're probably not going for the S50. I'm guessing.
Yeah, if you're going to go back to like the first year, to 63,
Mm-hmm.
the three levels, the 50, the 100, the 200, all lined up in the window.
Yep.
New for 63.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Time Machine Dude shows up.
You want the 100.
Maybe you want the 200. I don't know.
I bet the 100 has probably fared the best just because of the Kim Thale thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the 200's fared better. This is such a student guitar. It feels like it was built as that entry level, compete with Mustang, compete with like the Junior.
I could totally see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine because it's entry level, there's no one super famous that has picked up the Guild S-50 and it's their rig, right?
Not that I know of, no. Interestingly, this is a set neck, which is pretty cool for something as basic as it is. I think the neck on this one, for being a set neck, probably needs a reset. That would help matters. The neck looks pretty straight on this one, but I don't know. Plays fine to me.
When you're going up into that 22nd fret up there.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't go up here that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm sticking down in the John area, it's fine.
Yeah. I don't think they made this for Satriani.
This tailpiece has a little cover.
Oh, put your weed in there.
With a piece of felt on there. Could probably just take that off.
You don't press down on that like mid-playing?
I just did that and I had to press pretty hard to do it.
Well, yeah, and it also sounded like you were getting a bend, not a mute.
I thought that's what you were asking.
I was wondering if maybe you could kind of mute.
Right. I think it's supposed to avoid sympathetic ring, but there's not enough travel back there.
Yeah. Weird.
Later on, they also moved on to the Hagstrom style trem bridges. That S100 actually has Bigsby on it, but my Hagstrom has a Hagstrom.
Hang on.
Okay,
I had to take a trip in the studio to look at John's Hagstrom.
Yeah.
That style, really?
Yeah, those trems were very reliable and ended up being used on a lot of different brands besides Hagstrom. Hagstrom sold a lot of those trems.
Huh.
But if you're going back to 1964, last week when you went to 1963, it was all about Dallas because there's some stuff going on there.
Right.
In November.
Right.
So it's 1964.
We've calmed down.
Are we still grieving?
Oh, for sure. We still haven't gotten over the JFK thing.
So maybe you're at Arlington. You're not taking pictures.
No, not posing.
No. Right across the street from Arlington National Cemetery, apparently, in 1964, is a guitar shop.
Okay, great.
And gift store.
Okay. Yes, you get your little commemorative headstone.
Snow globe?
Yeah, with just headstones in it, right? And a guitar.
Yeah. So you want to get a guitar for Junior to commemorate his visit to Arlington National Cemetery.
Right.
Of course, you're going to pick the white one.
Yes.
You spent so much on that extra custom finish.
Right.
That now you can only afford the S-50.
Oh, for myself? Or
for Junior.
Who gets the custom color?
You do. You're going to go back in the time machine and get a custom colored white to match your Arlington snow globe.
Time travel's hard, John. The complications of the time travel are getting to me.
It's fraying at the edges. So let's just say a stock cherry-colored S-50.
Okay, yeah.
What are you going to pay in Arlington dollars?
129 Arlington dollars.
You have been getting very close these days.
Yeah.
It's 149.
With a case?
No.
Oh my God, I'm so far off.
In today dollars,
I'm going to say that's like $937.52.
It's like $1,500.
Oh my God, I'm so off. I'm so fucked up.
And these have not really kept up with inflation.
You're losing money. On top of the fact that you've got to build a goddamn time machine, you'd be better off just burying the shit.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
You can get these for close to that these days. This one is less expensive. As I mentioned, you may or may not want to do something about the high action up in the nosebleeds here.
Yeah.
I'd probably change the tuning machines. So they did discontinue it, as I mentioned, in 69.
Ow.
But then they reintroduced it, the Jetstar, in 2018.
Okay.
Fairly recently.
Import.
Didn't have a lot of this, and it was 6-on-a-side tuners.
Really?
By 23, we know, now we're getting into living memory, which apparently is only a year old.
1 year, yeah.
Yeah, the Kim Thale Custom came out, and that was nuts. It was limited edition, and Jason Lawler took pickups out of one of Kim Thale's original S100s and matched them and wound them by hand himself.
Do you think he did,
Frequency testing?
yeah, do you think he did some frequency testing on that Kim Thale pickup?
I'll bet he tested the hell out of those frequencies. Yeah. But those being limited, they were very, very expensive. Based on the interest and demand then, this very year, 2024, and we covered this at the time.
We did.
They put out the Polara Kim Thale.
Yep.
We did the white one. Overseas, way more reasonable. That was like $900. But then later in the year, getting closer to where we are now, they rebooted the whole Polara series.
Okay.
3 tiers. The Polara, which is $550, and you could get it in voltage yellow, blue steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canyon Dusk, which is almost like a gunmetal gray.
Yeah. Okay.
And Phantom Green.
Yeah.
There is the Polara Night, which is also $550. That comes in a tungsten night edition finish. 100% blacked out. Everything.
Murder Boy.
Yeah.
Love it.
And the Polara Deluxe. Cherry, Vintage Starburst, and Canyon Dusk.
Okay.
So there's still interest in these things.
I think for a while there, I was pro the Murdered Out. When they just do the black hardware and everything, I just think they look kind of goofy now. I think I'm less a fan than I was maybe a few years ago.
I think things do have their time.
Yeah. You've got options.
It's good to have options.
You gotta try it. Try and decide. Is it hello or goodbye? Buy or deny?
Ed?
Yeah.
1 pickup,
I love it.
3 chords.
Perfect.
The truth.
Yes.
You could stand this thing on the ground all by itself
Great.
because it's got a scoop out of the back.
Great.
It's cherry colored.
Mm-hmm.
Debuted in 1963. The Guild S-50 Jetstar.
Yeah.
Buy or deny?
John,
Yes.
go first.
I go first.
Yeah, like we don't do that too often. Talk me into this thing. Change my mind one way or the other.
I
Tell me.
think
Yeah.
the things that I would change aside, for the example this is, I'm kind of fond of single pickup things.
Yes.
Had this had a P90, would I think differently? I don't know. The single coil's got a little something in it.
Sure.
At the right price, and this one's priced aggressively, I'm going to say on principle buy. Now, here's my caveat.
You are a man of principles, John.
Yes.
That's what the people say.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I already have the S100.
Yeah.
So do I need the S50?
Yeah.
I would have to respectfully pass. But do you or anybody else want this? Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
If you want to go with the punk rock machine, 1 pickup and the truth, if you want to get as cheap as you could possibly get, slap it full of stickers and go out and play the punk rock,
Yeah.
you can go get something else. But this one isn't that much more than that, and you would be playing something way more unique.
Yeah. So I think you said buy, but then you listed all the reasons you were a deny. You're very wobbly to me.
If I was going to tighten that up, I would say, objectively speaking, there is no reason not to buy this.
Yeah.
My personal circumstances don't require it.
That's great. I have a Baronic that has 1 pickup, but it slides.
Right.
I can get the neck, I can get the bridge. So lots of reasons Ed doesn't need this guitar. But an LBJ guitar, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's older than either of us, older than most listeners of the podcast, I would guess. It's in decently good shape.
So it sounds like you're in the same place I am. No reason not to buy the guitar on its own merits.
Yep.
At that point, you're just talking about personal circumstance.
Yeah, we're a double deny, is what I actually heard.
Yeah. I'll take lots of pictures of it
Oh, sure.
so people can see pickup placement, convenient flip-top bridge. That's where you put your reed and all such like.
Yeah,
And we'll put them up on the Instagrams.
that's great. Or thehighgain.com.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and our brethren over there at the Ruinous Media Network of music-related podcasts.
Absolutely killing it, those guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely top tier.
They needed a social project, so they welcomed us in and have been propping us up ever since, and we're grateful.
Yeah.
Should we do another one?
Next week?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
let's
then.
do it. Okay, bye.
Bye.